Okay, everyone, this is China, and they've got $11 to spend. They're going to spend 10 on 2 infantry and an artillery and save $1. But before I get to China's turn, I was talking with Moose Cow about the whole transport thing, where I built an extra transport here that I shouldn't have because Sydney's only worth 2. So I asked him if I could replace it with 2 infantry to place in South Africa. Basically, long story short, he said no, but I overlooked something stupidly. I forgot I controlled Egypt on my British Empire turn, and I got this complex with my tech. And I was like, hey, can you mind if I send it over there? And is it going to screw up anything you did with Ottoman Empire? He said, well, no. He's got a complex too. He's going to probably put in Palestine. So we're going to have a build-off, basically. So my complex will go in Egypt instead of Malaya, and then I've got an extra transport over here. So there's 7 transports in 20. So there you go. All right, there's China's builds. Let's deal with this. Okay, so I got really lucky on the Hope battle. I'm not going to go in there, though. I'm going to keep it contested. Everything in Kiangsu is going to stay where it is, I think. You know what? I'm going to send the 2 infantry, 1 artillery from Szechuan into Yan'an. Yep. I'm going to keep it as is. Okay. All right, so I got 1 battle, got 2 3s and a 2 against his 2 3s. Got 1 hit. Defender, 2 3s. Bullseyes. Okay, I lose an artillery and an infantry, and he loses 1 guy. And it's contested, so he will go down 1. That's it. So placing new units. I am going to put everything in Kiangsu. So let's do a disposition. 1 infantry in Yan'an, 1 in Hope, and 5 infantry in Kiangsu, 2 artillery, 2 cavalry. Okay, actually, I could have built another artillery. I thought I had another one. Oh, yeah, because I lost 1. Yeah, that's right. Never mind. My brain, it's faulty. Okay, so I'm at 9 on the tracker. I had $1 left over, so that puts me at 10. There you go. All right, so I will handle the recap here for round 4. We're now turning to round 5. And, yep, it continues to be a very Central Power, not favored, but Central Power heavy game right now. Central Powers are really kicking ass. This is what the tracker is looking like. And actually, I need to add 1 more to the Central Powers. They have favorable trade right now. They have favorable trade, Western Front. None of these are controlled by anyone right now. Not this one. Actually, Africa is now allied. Now under the allied point. Pacific is still controlled by the Central Powers. Russian Revolution hasn't occurred yet, but I think it will at some point. Yep, the Central Powers are at the Empire point for sure. They've got Belgrade, Verdun, 3 minor cities, and Sofia. So the score right now is 4, 5, 6, 7 to 2. 7 to 2. And actually, I don't have this minor city anymore either. So the Allies are getting creamed right now, but there's a lot of game left. I'll start actually with the U.S. because the U.S. just finished up the German sideshow in South America and Mexico. So the U.S. is completely freed up with about $30-something a turn now to start helping out in Europe or the Mediterranean. So this is what the U.S. is looking like. Got quite a few assets here. They just knocked out the Germans in Bolivia and in southern Mexico. And yeah, Germans are getting convoyed in Chile. The Japanese are cleaning up over here. They've just got, as you can see, I'm marking my attacks already. They just got to clean up Marshall Islands and Bismarck Archipelago, basically, and that's it for the Germans. Oh yeah, they actually no, they have Qingdao as well, but it's being convoyed, so that'll probably be saved for last. And yeah, that's what's going on in the periphery of this game. In Europe, Germany moved in really heavy into Picardy and also has a decent amount of assets in Burgundy and Belgium, building more on the front as well. France responded by making a big attack from Paris, like literally everything it had, threw it at Germany and knocked out, I think it was 17 units. And the French lost 15, so it was a pretty even battle. But then the British came in off of transports and a few units from Brittany that they had and also attacked. So they knocked out, I forget how many units, I think it was five units, and the British lost a comparable amount. So the German army's been whittled down to an ace fighter, a fighter, and 2 infantry with a machine gun. So they've got all this still coming, but I think I put a good chink in the western front armor of the Germans. The British built more transports here, consolidated some naval assets, moved some down here. Clearly in a move to take Chile. Build up that empire point, sent more naval units into the Mediterranean, really shotgunned in Africa. Before I get to Africa, let's cover the rest of Europe. So the Germans rebuilt and got another Zeppelin after losing one. Consolidated forces in Denmark, built their other minefield there, and continued to push into Russia. We had another huge battle as well. The Russians had about 30-something infantry here. The Germans had clear air superiority with the Red Baron there, knocked out a ton of Russian units. Russians knocked out their whole infantry stack, but they got infantry with a machine gun here. So they got a lot of artillery, 4 aircraft, which includes the Red Baron, so air supremacy, and a machine gun. So it's going to be an interesting next round because the Russians got a little bit of stuff here in Petrograd, and they still have a small infantry stack here. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but slowly the Russians are losing their northern flank to the Germans. But their southern flank is looking pretty healthy. They got very lucky, I believe. Where did he attack? Yeah, he attacked... It was either Western Ukraine or Eastern Ukraine, I can't remember. And I got 6 hits. He had exactly 6 units there, and he lost the battle. And that allowed me to bring 6 artillery towing all these 6 cavalry towing 6 artillery into Crimea. I was able to really knock them down quite a bit with air supremacy too. So the Austro-Hungarians lost big in the south, but the Germans are winning in the north. So it's going to be interesting to see this play out. Austria-Hungary also consolidated huge force over here in Dalmatia, dropped a minefield, building in the Balkans. Still have not taken over the Balkans yet. The Italians backed out of Veneto and they went into Tuscany. Had to take it back because the Austro-Hungarians took Tuscany, so couldn't rail up to Veneto. I probably wasn't going to anyway. I was probably going to back up there anyway. They did, however, shuttle 3 infantry on transports to Egypt because the Ottomans blasted into Palestine, and they've got air supremacy right now too. So last turn, the British took northern Anatolia, Mesopotamia, and Arabia, and now the Ottomans took back Mesopotamia and failed to take northern Anatolia. They got diced there, so that's still contested. Oh, I forgot to mention, there are Austro-Hungarians in the Ottoman Empire right now, so they're looking to help out. Because last turn, the Austro-Hungarians lost their whole army in Caucasus to the Russians, so looking to get some extra help there. The British building up in West India failed to take Persia, so those remaining Persian units become Ottoman Empire units. They took out the last of the German cruisers in 42. Naval units moving this way. They knocked out the last of the German army, pretty much. The large German army that came originally from German East Africa, moved to Rhodesia, knocked them out this turn, and got the machine gun as a result, as a prize. So that's pretty cool. However, the Germans, one sneaky German activated Darfur for the Ottomans, so the Ottomans are trying to create some chaos for me too. So, but looks like the British are going to slowly be able to take over Africa, at least for now, depending on how this goes. Germans trying to take French West Africa. I forgot if they took it or not, but the British came in and tried to counter. Haven't knocked Germans out of Africa just yet. Yeah, and other than that, we just had China at the beginning of this round, so got a bit of a stalemate here in Zhejiang and Jiangsu, and some peripheral battles happening too. So we'll see what happens. But another notable feature of this turn is that the Russians finished the Trans-Siberian Railway, which they get an NO for, and they can rail 1 unit a turn across that railway. So if the revolution happens, that will come in very handy for the White Russians who fight the communists. And yeah, we'll see. So yeah, this is going to be a big turn, turn 5, middle of the game. Lots of game left. The Americans are freed up. The Italians are on the back foot. The French are on the back foot, but fighting back. The Germans, I think I have an idea what they're going to do next, but we'll see. This situation is going to be key. And then the Ottomans just trying to hold on, play aggressive. So yeah. I don't know if I covered I covered the Japanese already. So okay, that's it, everybody. Round 5, can't wait. Austria-Hungary up next.